Shawty wanna with the GTI. Yeah. Please don't hit the curb and scratch my tires.
Hello everybody, my name is Storm. If you don't know who I am the lead admin for Too Fast Racing Discord and forums. I am the only individual who has won the competitive drag racing events before. My goal for you and everybody here today is we're going to kind of teach you guys how to tune. I'm going to have a couple different videos. They're going to be going over the transmission tuning, engine tuning, going over suspension, getting the right tire set up, how to make that all work together. For this video, main focus right now is just getting power into the car. So we're going to start on engine tuning and then go from there. So let's get into it. So for this video, we're going to start off with a Moonhawk. I'm going to use the Moonhawk as a good platform. The Moonhawk is pretty much the, I want to say, easiest vehicle in Beam.NG Drive to tune and to make fast, just due to the old body design and having so much weight over the rear axle. That makes it so much easier to get it go A to B on prep and in no prep racing. The drag strip is obviously prep. Before you do anything, the first thing is you're going to want to get some UI apps. These two UI apps on the right, this one is engine dynamometer. You can find that just by adding the app and searching for it on the right hand bar, or you can find it in the scroll list here. The other app here is torque curve. That's another key tool to help you see what the car is doing, what the torque graph is doing, and being able to balance in that power. The Adams Advanced Timer, that is not a vanilla UI app, but is very key to have. If you want to find that app, all you gotta do is go over to the Too Fast Racing Discord or the forums and just go to repository. Obviously you've got to have an account to get into this, but once you get into the repository, there is all kinds of drag racing mods and stuff that we'll be using. The Revolution Racecraft parts and drag transmissions, those are a key. Those two components right there are key to building a drag car. The other thing that's super useful is the drag wheel and Revolution tire pack. These three mods will allow you to go and conquer the world. So in that regard, let's get back to our tuning. Okay, so we have a base Moonhawk. That in itself, let's go get a baseline for that car. That for itself, this car is not fast. There's nothing special or fancy about it. And to be honest with you, it's quite slow. The easiest thing to start making a car fast is getting the engine to a respectable power level that will go A to B reliably. So starting off, this car is running at 17. Horrible. Our goal is we want to get down to 9s, 8s. Those are typically what you will see when you're racing on a prep surface. Of course, you can go ridiculous and get a lot faster speeds, but for the goal, we're going to be looking at 9s and 8s. So our first step here is let's get power. Normally what you want to do is Beam. The vanilla engines always have some options. The 427 is typically the vanilla engine that is a good starting point. I have a bunch of different engines available for it, but for this video I want to go with the 350. Just kind of keep it realistic to some degree. Do a 350 small block. So that right there, now we're at 349 horsepower. So originally we were at 17, now we're going to be a whole lot faster. Yes, you're going to squeal some tires now and then. there took us all the way down to a 13 from a 17. So power is key. You're gonna run into a lot of getting the power right, and once you get the power right, you're better off. So let's do a couple more things here. Let's get the power up. Engine management, that's always going to be a good one. It'll allow you to adjust the RPM range and allow you to do that or apply changes automatically, just because it's a little bit easier to balance everything in when you do that. Let's go ahead and put the adjustable rev limiter on it. Let's put some different motor mounts on it to keep the engine from moving. Most cars you don't need that, but it is an option. For the vanilla, you're going to have the dual side pipe exhaust. That right there, we did drop a little bit of power, but that's alright. I'm going to put a race oil pan on it. That's our vanilla option there. And let's go ahead and we'll put a stage 2 engine block in it. So all these parts are found under vehicle config, and you can put them all in here. I know for some people you're going to be looking at this and it's going to be one of those, you might already know all this. This video is kind of to tackle all realms of skill level and knowledge and tuning. Some of my later videos will get into a little bit further, but let's go ahead and give this a go. Okay, so we're at a 14. We went down a little bit in power, so let's go ahead and switch out some parts here. In most vehicles, you'll see this engine slot separated away. Sometimes they're actually there with the engine. Sometimes they're under a subframe category, so you just kind of have to look and see. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to go to a stage 1 supercharger. Okay, so that puts it at 600 horsepower. There's the 12s. So that right there alone will kind of distinguish what you can do to make a car faster starting on the engine side. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask questions in the Discord or on the forums. I will always be looking at both. But for now, that's our intro to engines, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.